Problem 7 has a couple of unique aspects to it, but we'll get to those momentarily. First, what question are we trying to answer? How many years? What does that sound like? It sounds like we're solving for n. That's almost going to be the case, all right? So n equals question mark. Recall that I've said on other problems that n does not necessarily indicate how many years. This will be a problem where that's going to be the case. More on that in just a few moments. This problem is different in many ways. To begin with, this is talking about bonds. When it says a bond has a par value of $1,000, that is the same thing as saying that it will be worth $1,000 at maturity. Same thing as face value. Par value, future value, face value, all synonyms more or less. And so $1,000 will be my future value for the bond. Unless I'm told differently, that is going to be the case for all of our bond problems. So this was the future value of $1,000. The current market price is given as well, and that is what you would pay for this bond today. I'm hoping you are thinking, yep, that sounds like present value. If you're paying for the bond today, that is money coming out of your pocket. So indicate the present value as a negative $988.52. That is happening today at time period 0. So putting down here, negative 988.52. Let me show you a few other things that makes this problem different from others we've seen. First, it talks about that it has a coupon bond. It is also semi-annual. Now, what that means is that whatever the bond is paying, it is paying it twice a year. Now, let's be careful. Let's first of all pick up the actual amount here of 5%. Putting these things together, a 5% semi-annual coupon bond. In the past, bonds actually had coupons. People would tear off and take and cash out. And the coupon was kind of their receipt that they owned the bond. So they would get 5% off the face value of the bond each year. Doing quick math, that would be $50 each year. They get half of that each time because it's semi-annual. That never changes. So if I have a 5% semi-annual coupon bond on a $1,000 bond, that says that each payment would be $25. I will get that every single time. Okay, and so my payment would be $25. One more blank here that I know, and that is my yield to maturity is 5.29%. Now, that's not quite my I. That is my annual yield to maturity. But because this is paid twice a year, every 6 months, I must do the following. I must divide that interest rate by 2. And dividing the interest rate by 2 says that, okay, just to the side here, I'm doing the calculator work, just 5.29 divided by 2, and so I get 2.645. 2.645. That's going to be my I. That's what a lot of people forget to do. They would unfortunately put the I as the given 5.29, but everything has to be apples with apples, as it were. That is, if it's a semi-annual coupon bond, then everything has to be written accordingly. So now it is calculator time. As far as getting my calculator out, and doing the work. Reach over here and grab my calculator and putting the calculator on the screen for you to see. There you go. I think you can see it fairly well there. We have the following. First of all, clearing everything that I might have in there before. And so 2.645 is the yield to maturity. That is my I. I paid $988.52, and so make sure that is a negative. That's my present value. Payment was $25, and the future value $1,000. Now it's time to find out the N. N is 9. And you're thinking, we're done with the problem. We're not done with the problem. Here's why. N indicates how many time periods. So N is the correct answer for how many time periods. But did it ask for how many time periods? The answer is no. It asked for how many years. So what we have to do here is we have to say, well, if it's 9 time periods, that means I have 9 half years. Okay, that is, I've got 6 months, indicating I divide the 9 by 2 to get 4.5 years, and that is my final answer, that I have 4.5 years for my 9 time periods.